Welcome guys into my NFL Week 2 picks. Now last week, normally week 1 you've got that unknown of, again, you don't want to go off preseason too much and go, ooh, and just take your picks off the preseason games, because you can have a team that's doing so well in preseason and then you get into the regular season and go, and definitely you don't want to do that. So you're really looking at these picks, from especially week 1, my picks, I didn't do too well. I didn't do well at all. I got 6 out of 7 straight up of the pick. I got 6 out of 7 picks straight up for week 1. 6 right, obviously 7 wrong. So this week 2, I'm gonna redeem myself. I'm not gonna follow the traps from last week, which was when I had like some of the things I had. I had the Patriot. I had the Patriots winning over the Raiders. Not doing that again. That is something I will not do again. Anyway, let's get into week 2. So we have tonight's game. I'm recording on a Thursday. So tonight's game we have the Packers traveling to the Commanders. You're looking at both, the Packers and the Commanders both coming off wins. Last week, the Packers beat my Lions. I don't want to talk about it. That was just some package that fell. I don't want to talk about it. The Packers beat the Lions last week at home. They're 27-13. Then the Commanders defeated the Giants as well. So going into this game for tonight, it's at the Commanders at home for this game. You're gonna look at these two teams as Super Bowl contending teams. I'm gonna go for the Commanders here plus the 3.5. I'm gonna for the Commanders here plus the 3.5. I'm liking the whole. Michael Parsons was great. Unfortunately, he was great in the game that we played in. But yeah, he was good for that Packers defense. And for the Commanders, Jaden Daniels picked up where he left off last year. And I like the chemistry that Deebo Samuel and Jaden Daniels have already. So I think, again, going for the Commanders here plus the 3. Moving on to the early Sunday games here, we have. I'm going to bring this forward. Moving on to the early Sunday games, we have the Giants traveling to the Cowboys. Cowboys are minus 5.5 point favorites here. Again, the Cowboys played last Thursday, and that game was suspended because of the weather. And then you had the Giants, who again played the Commanders, like I just talked about. But you got Brian Daboll, who again doesn't want to play Jackson Dart, who he drafted in this draft. He's going to start Russell Wilson again. We're going to try with this Russell Wilson project again. Why not just start the young quarterback? You're already on the hot seat. You're already going to be on the hot seat. You're already on the hot seat. Doesn't matter if Jackson Dart stinks out the place. He's there to develop. How is he going to develop and know if he's good enough to be a starting quarterback if he's behind quarterbacks are not good enough? Look, Jameis Winston's a good backup quarterback, but he shouldn't be starting in 2025. Neither should Russell Wilson. Look at the Denver and Steelers. Look at the Denver and Steelers experience. Do you think that's like, oh yeah, that should be our starting quarterback? I washed Russell Wilson and I washed Jameis Winston. Yeah, let's fucking fuck up this young quarterback in Jackson Dart. Yeah, but give me the Giants here to win. But no, give me the Cowboys to win and give me the Giants to cover the backdoor spread. Yeah, I'm gonna have the Cowboys win and the Giants to cover. Then we have the Seahawks traveling to the Steelers. Steelers coming off a great win. Aaron Rodgers returned to New York, New Jersey, and gonna win against the Jets. I'm gonna go for the Steelers here minus the 3. Yeah, I'm just going for the Steelers here minus 3. Then we have Bears football. We have the Bears traveling to the Lions. Again, both teams. Again, Bears going off a short week. This week, obviously, they played Monday night, so they're on the short week. You've got Ben Johnson coming back to Detroit. How is he going to fare against Dan Campbell? We'll have to see. Teacher and student going at it. I'm going to go for the Lions here to win and cover minus 5.5. Even though both teams didn't look good last week, Bears or Lions, I'm going to say the Bears here win minus the 5.5. Moving on to the Rams and the Titans. Rams travel to the Tennessee Titans. Surprised this wasn't on prime time, knowing that You know, you have Cam Ward, who is their new quarterback and stuff. They want to have him exposed to primetime TV, but yeah, I'm gonna go for the Rams to win, and then I'll have the Titans to cover. I'll cover the backdoor spread. Then we have the Patriots traveling to the Dolphins again. Patriots coming off that defeat to the Raiders last week at home. Then you have the Dolphins, who again were just got destroyed last week on the road to the Colts. Give me the Commanders here plus the 1.5. I know I said about the Patriots last week, but I'm having them this week. So come on, Patriots, don't fuck me over with these picks. Patriots plus 1.5. Then we have the Bills traveling to the Jets. Bills are favorites here by minus 6.5 point favorites here. Bills going off again that Sunday night primetime win against the Ravens, where the Ravens gave up 17 points in the second half to let the Bills win 41 to 40. And yeah, I'm gonna give the Bills here to win, but again, Jets to cover that backdoor spread. Then we have the Jags and the Bengals. The Bengals again struggled against the skid marks last week on the road. They're at home this week against the Jags, who also won. And then you had that video of Shad Khan going, "We've won! We've won! This is one of many." It's like, oh my god. He's maybe got a bit of cocaine from his son. Joking, obviously. But yeah, man. Yeah, give me Bengals here minus 3.5. Then we have the skid marks, the Browns traveling to the Ravens. Now the Ravens are heavy favorites here by 11.5 point favorites. Now, much as I would take that, this Browns team almost beat the Bengals by, just lost to the Bengals by 1 point, even though that had a 41-year-old Joe Flacco, and a young Shador Sanders as a quarterback. I'm going to say the Ravens to win, but I'm going to have the Browns cover that backdoor spread. That spread is just too big for me to go, yeah, I'm going to have Ravens to win and cover. Ravens to win. Ravens are going to win I'm going to have the Ravens win the game, and then the Browns cover that backdoor spread. Then we have the 49ers traveling to the Saints. I'm going to have I've got the 49ers here minus the 3.5, minus the 3. Moving on to the late Sunday afternoon the late Sunday games, we have the Panthers traveling to the Cardinals. I'm going to have the Cardinals win I've got the Cardinals here minus 6.5 again. Cardinals coming off a win against the Saints last week. You got the Panthers. They're trying to bounce back after losing to the Jags. Yeah, give me the Cardinals minus the 6.5. Then we have the Broncos versus the Colts. Both teams again coming off a win last week. I'm going to edge it to the Broncos here minus the 2.5. Then we have the Super Bowl rematch from last season. It's the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, the Eagles, against the Chiefs. Now, Eagles are favorites here by 1.5. I couldn't agree with that more, because you look at the game, the Super Bowl in the Super Bowl last year, the Eagles defense handled the Chiefs offense tremendously well last season, and especially the Chiefs defense, like in previous years, has bailed out Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Didn't happen obviously in the Super Bowl last year, when the Eagles just destroyed them both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. I'm going to go for the Eagles here to win minus the 1.5. Then we have the Falcons traveling to the Vikings on Sunday night prime time. I'm going to have the Vikings win here minus the 4.5. Then we have two Monday night games. We have the Buccaneers traveling to the Houston Texans. Obviously the Texans lost to the Rams last week, and the Buccaneers lost to the Falcons. I'm going to go for the Texans to win here minus the 2.5. And then the last game on Monday night, I don't know why they wanted to put this on Monday night, but whatever. They have the Chargers and the Rams on Monday night. Now I understand why. Chargers, the LA market. The market in LA, you want the Chargers. But again, you want the Raiders. I understand the Vegas market, the LA market. Well, come on, Pete Carroll on prime time. Give me the Raiders here. Give me the Chargers here minus the 3.5. Again, both teams won their opening game last week against the Patriots and Chiefs respectively. Now give me the Chargers here minus 3.5. Like I do when I do these picks, I'll have them down in the description box down below, so you can comment your picks. Give me your thoughts of my picks. And yeah, I'll be back to do a preview of the Bears fucking Lions game tomorrow. Bye, guys.